Welcome, YouTubers. This is MX Duke, and this is medieval engineers. It's another title from Keen, the same developer that makes Space Engineers, one of my favorite games, and I'm really starting to enjoy this game. It plays a lot slower. It starts out a whole lot slower. They made a few there's a few differences here. One, I mean, this is set in medieval times. Everything's rustic. You can't fly unless you're in creative mode, which makes challenges for building stuff, because you've got to build. If you want to build something tall, you have to build scaffolding around it so you can get up to it. You build castles and houses. You farm. And there's a bunch of mods for this. Now, this game isn't fully released. It is still early access, which I guess it's a new name for alpha testing or beta testing, I guess. So beta testing, alpha test. In-house testing is out the window anymore. They make a very rough draft and then they put it out on early access on Steam. And they actually charge the players to buy the game on early access and do their testing for them. Which are plenty of people in this world more than willing to do that just to try out the game. In fact, that's what I'm doing. I paid, it wasn't much. I think I paid like $20 for this game. $20 US. Which isn't too bad, considering, you know, the price of A titles like Tomb Raider. You know, a lot better than $69.99. So, and it's actually a really good game. They're being a little slow at updates. Seems like there's only one update a month at the moment. I think they're pouring most of their resources into Space Engineers still, because that's the title that I have a feeling that's the title that's bringing in more money at the moment. But it's still a really good game, and it should catch on. There's plenty of there's not a ton of YouTubers out there actually playing this, but I'm gonna be one of them. So let's get into it. I'm not going to continue the world I've got. We're going to start a brand new world. So, and you have three options here. Creative mode, which you can, just like in Space Engineers, creative mode is no holds barred. You build. There's no needing to mine or do anything else. You can just build. You can just design. Survival is vanilla start. If you choose the survival option here, there is no there's no mods, no changing the settings. It is 100% vanilla, and you start off in a safe area, and once you move out of that area, then there's things that try to kill you and stuff like that, but no changing any of the settings. We're going to do a custom world. Custom world means that we can add mods, we can change all the settings, we can do anything we want with it. And in the custom settings here, you have options. You can start in arena, next to an arena, where you can actually play with and fight stuff, and empty planet, which there's absolutely nothing, and you start with just your body. It's still these are all vanilla options here. The only well, you can add mods to these, yeah, but absolutely nothing in this world. Wild start means there's no safe areas. That's all that means. There's landmarks and stuff to explore. They put little Easter eggs in the game that you can go find. Safe area is just like the is just like the regular survival. With the exception that you can actually change settings and add mods. But it starts you off in a safe area where nothing can happen to you. We're going to try this mod here. This is a world created by... does it give on here? Well, we'll go into the mods here. And... Water and Space Engineers. Or Water and Medieval Engineers, sorry. Going to Workshop. And this is created by Peaceman. There we go. And this is a world. You can't just spawn water into any world. You have to use his world to have water and medieval engineers. It's just the way the mod's set up. It's the way the game's set up. If you actually just try to add his mod to a vanilla version of vanilla world, it's going to be all water. All water. There's not going to be any land. It's a glitch in the system, so you have to use his world because he specifically designed this world for the water mod. So it shows right here. Here's a map of the water mod, all the lakes and tributaries and all that good stuff. And this is a really fun mod. We'll get into this. So back up here. So we're gonna select that mod. We want it in survival. Auto saves. I'm gonna do it offline, because just like in Space Engineers, there's more bugs in multiplayer than there are in single player, and I don't have anybody to play with. And we are going to mod the absolute crap out of this game. So this just adds, you know how when you have stairs you have a railing on the side, or if you've got a balcony you got railings around it. This just adds more options for railings. AI defenders, these are little guys that you technically build, but they're people. They're characters. Technically you're training them, but you build them. But they and they don't move or anything, but they will shoot bad guys for you. It's kind of like having a turret in Space Engineers. Really, that's all it is. It's a medieval turret. Ambience. This mod, even though it says it's working, tends to glitch my game out, so we're not going to use... Oh, I hit the wrong button. We're not going to use that one. Archways, that's just more blocks. Containers and accessories, adds more containers that you can store stuff in. We don't need the durable torches, there's just not really any point in that. Torches work just fine. Torches are your lights. Gate walls. Gears Remade is a really cool mod. We're going to use that. It adds gears to the game. Yeah, I say more. Handcrafted stove. We'll throw that on there. Just because the oven, the vanilla oven in the game is bugged. Immersive furnishings. This just adds more furnishings, you know, decorative stuff. Iron bars, more decorative stuff. This mod is broken. This mod is broken. All the red mods are broken. The moon, even though it's not red, it's broken. Overpowered handcart. We're going to use that. Just, well, there's another mod down here called Rails. Where's the base mod? Rails mod pack. This adds railroads to the game, and they're you can build like steam engines and stuff, but I'm not going to do that. The stock one comes with just hand carts, you know, with the levers that you just move up and down. That's what we're going to use. But we're going to use the overpowered one so we can haul a little bit more. Just a little cheaty stuff. You know me, I kind of like a little bit of cheaty. We are going to take out all the dependencies here. And I don't want the mining because it adds dependencies we don't need. We're going to use the cheaper, and a little cheatier. But rails are really expensive, so it just kind of helps. Sure, that's a dependency we don't need. That's a dependency we don't need. That's a dependency we don't need. We're not going to use the roll fireplaces, and just nah. Yeah, Sleep Through the Night is an awesome mod. I have the days set really, really long, like 480 minutes long. So a 24-hour day takes 480 minutes of real time. This mod allows us pretty much to actually sleep through the night. It speeds up the night really, really fast, and that way we can work through the day and just pretty much skip the nights. It's really handy, because it sucks trying to play this game at night. No, we don't want that. Spiral stairs. We don't really need... I don't want to play with steam engines. That just really too clangy. Stronger... We don't need that. We don't need stronger ropes. Those are cheaty things that I'm probably never going to use. The trading post is awesome. Tool racks, that's just decorative. Variety of containers, it's just decorative. You know what, I'm going to remove this one just because we have the variety containers. My first playthrough, I don't think both of those loaded right, so I'm going to remove one of them. I don't think they load right together. We can actually remove that because that's a dependency. I want the water mill. I want to play with that. Water propellers, no. Wooden supports, we don't really... Well, we'll leave that in there because that's actually a bug fix. Alright, so... Shoot. Let me just go back over this real quick. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Advanced. I'm going to leave this. Maximum backups. There are no backups in this game. There is no option to load a backup. I don't even know why they have this slider in here. There are no backups. Your save is your save. If you screw it up, you can't back up. They have not actually enabled this option yet. Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually set this up. So let's do 480. I want a really nice long day. It's good for recording. 4-day seasons. This actually, I don't think there's no snow, no rain, no summer, winter, anything like that. I think this just controls how fast your crops grow. So every 4 days your crops should grow up. Or every 2 days or whatever, you know. Solar altitude, I haven't really figured out what that is. I think that's the alignment. I think that actually honestly is changing the tilt of the planet, you know, for the seasons. So the sun kind of moves back and forth in the sky over, you know, each time it rises. Excuse me. Max objects. We're going to leave all this. Structural integrity. That's a new thing that Space Engineers does not have. If you build something too high or too far out, it will collapse on you. You're going to see that. It's a little bit buggy too. It's kind of a pain to figure out. When something does collapse, it drops ruins. We'll let those decay. I don't want to have to be cleaning them up. We're going to leave this stock. We might tweak this later on in the game. This controls how often the bad guys and deer spawn. Deer's a thing that we're probably going to be tweaking because you need deer. You need deer for meat and leather, and sometimes they're really hard to find. So we may up this or lower this. The downside to that is if we up it, we also up the bad guys. So it's going to be something we're going to have to tweak and play with as we play along. I actually got kind of frustrated with it and turned it off in my first playthrough. So fast travel. We'll get into that, but we're going to leave that on. You can travel across the map quickly, but it costs you hunger. I'll kind of show you how that works. Alright, so I think we got this all set up. Let's go ahead and start the game. Oh, just like in Space Engineers, I want to show everyone, because you may not be watching my Space Engineers playthrough. This does work the same, but I want to show you actually how to find these mods. So if you first download this game, first start up a world, your mod list is going to be completely empty. What you'll have to do is go into Browse Workshop, and right here it pops up the workshop. All your mods are right here. Invisible bogies. Why would you want an invisible rail cart? I guess if you're building a steam engine. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. There's the strong catch blocks, the strong ropes, wooden supports. A lot of these here are mods I already have installed. But you just pick the mod you want. Like, let's pick the invisible bogies. And tells you, they can tell you kind of what the mod's about. Shows you how many people are actually using it, who it was created by. And all you need to add it to your list is hit subscribe, and then close this and hit the little return to game here, and then hit refresh, and it will come up in your list, and then you move it over here to enable it in your game. That's all there is to it. There's not as many mods to this as there are to Space Engineers. It's not as popular yet, but there's some really cool mods and some really dedicated modders. And they're awesome. And the nice thing, the biggest difference in the mod setup here between Space Engineers and this one, and I don't know why they haven't implemented this in Space Engineers, is it will actually tell you here, right here, what mods have been updated to the current release of the game, to the current version of the game. Like these two mods, the mount rings and the lever jack, haven't been updated, and they will not run. Now this isn't 100% because, like I said, where is it? Where's the moon mod? Moon. This one actually is broken, even though Keen says, or Steam or whoever says that it's updated. It's still broken. So there's a little bit of that, but most of the time, if they're not red, they should work. You will have to play with it though. Like I had to play with it to find out that the moon was bugged out and the ambient butterflies and fireflies was bugged out. So you'll know, because if you add these and you try to start the game, you get an infinite loading screen. Just loads forever. So, and then you gotta go back and kind of move stuff around and try to figure out what's doing that. So it's kind of like Space Engineers. Anyway, so hit OK, and let's start the game. Alright, so the game is loaded. It takes about a minute to load, depending upon what kind of computer you have. Normally it starts out right into the tutorial. Because I've already played a playthrough of this, it's asking me, do you want to do the tutorial again? Most of the time you're going to say no, you've already done it once. But because this is brand new playthrough, we're putting it on YouTube, I want all the new people to see this, we're going to play the tutorial. So, and all the tutorial is just over here. It just gives you some tasks to do. Humble beginnings, welcome. Start by making a stone axe. And in order to make a stone axe, you got to gather. And they want you to gather sticks and small stones. You get sticks from the bushes here. And it even has this little hand here that shows you, this is what you need to gather. But you can gather this one too. It does the same thing. I don't know why it's not doing it on all of them. Probably just so it doesn't fill your screen full of hands. But all the bushes turn into sticks. Except for this one. It turns into berries. That's food. Anyways, we'll get into that. Let's gather some sticks. Grab the roots too, because that's food for later. Oh, I see. It's not showing it's not pointing out the bushes. It's pointing out the rocks. The stones. So we got one small stone, and we need... Yeah, there we go. We got everything we need. You hit I to go into your inventory, and you actually have stuff here that you can craft right here in your inventory. So we're going to craft a stone axe. And then you take it and you drag it. Well, it's already got your G bar here already set up with some basic stuff, but if you want to add something from your inventory into your G bar, you just drag it there, and it moves it there, and it automatically equips it. So now we gotta go find a mark ore vein. Why did we go from a store in the why aren't we cutting down a tree? Oh well. So if you look up here at the top of the screen where it shows our compass, there's a little mark there. It looks like a pickaxe. That's where they're showing us where the nearest ore vein is. So we just follow that, walk in this general direction here, and then just like with the stones, it'll mark it on the ground with a little pickaxe when we get close to it. Walkie, walkie, walkie. Let's run. Hold shift to run, or to sprint. Technically, this is running. If you hit the cap lock button, this is walking. And then if you hit the cap lock button again, turn cap locks off, you got run and sprint. Oh, and then there's an ore vein. This is copper. But I guess this is not the ore vein it wanted us to find. Oh. Okay. So it marked the center of this ore vein. These are outcroppings on the edges of the ore vein. But it marked the center here. So now we got an ore vein. Equip the stone axe. Obtain 2 logs. So you just come to a tree with your axe in hand. You kind of point at the base of the tree, and it tells you right here, left click to start cutting, and you chop the tree down. There you go. And it falls. You want to stand back while it falls. If it hits you, you will die. And it, because of the physics engine, it does some funky things. And F to gather. You can, while you're cutting down a tree, you can actually hold the F button and it'll automatically pick it up as you cut it. Same thing if you're just walking around, you want to gather, just hold the F key as you're walking around, and everything your cursor touches you will pick up. So we got 2 logs. We need to build a crafting table. So we go back into our inventory, and right there, crafting table, craft. Lo-de-do-de-do. Take. And it automatically added it to our toolbar. So we hit number 3 here. And okay, now when you're placing blocks, I don't know why, but they've got this set up so it's way far away from you. But they have the Space Engineer's creative thing going here, where if you hold control and you use the scroll wheel, you can bring it in closer. So we want to set it right here in front of us. And you do need to embed it into the ground a little. If you put it up here and drop it, it works, but you bump into it and you can move it around. So if we pick it back up here and you bed it into the ground just a little, just like this, and then you set it, now it's stationary. It can't be knocked around. So now it's, oh, and you access this thing to build to its build menu just by hitting F. Putting your cursor on it so it highlights, and hit F. Now we need to obtain another log, which we've already got this tree cut down here, so we'll just hold F here and got to make sure that you're close enough. We're probably going to have to get this bush out of the way so that it actually comes up with the whole left click to start cutting, or else it won't cut. There we go. And we got another log. Now we got to craft 2 timbers. Now you can craft some of the same stuff in your personal inventory as you can in the crafting table. But if you craft it in the crafting table, you get better results. Like, let's just go ahead and make some timbers here. Now we made these on the crafting table. We got 8 timbers out of 1 log. If we had done this in our personal inventory, we would have only gotten 6 timbers out of 1 log. And this is pretty much universal throughout the game on anything you build. It's better to build it on a better quality crafting queue than it is in a lower quality crafting queue. Your personal inventory is the bottom, rock bottom. So take. Okay, so now we need to build a bed. So we go back into our crafting table. Not only does it build better, like when you're cutting a log down into timbers, you get more timbers, but it's also faster. We can create a bed in our personal inventory. Oh no, we can't. Okay. Oh, there's some stuff we can build in our personal inventory that we can also build on the crafting table, but it's slower. So if I build it in the personal inventory, it's slower than building it here in the crafting table. And that is universal throughout the game also. So we want to build a bed. This is your respawn point. This is important. You always want to have at least 1 bed sitting around, because if you die and there's no bed, you're screwed. You can't respawn. So we'll just put the bed right here, right next to the crafting table. And now you have to claim the bed. Now, normally on a vanilla game, you just point anywhere on the mattress and hit F and it will claim. Because of that sleep through the night mod that I have, you have to select the pillow to claim the bed. Otherwise, if you just sit in the bed, you go to sleep and time starts progressing faster. So now, what's next? I need 11 more timbers, so we're gonna need 2 more logs. Or wait, no. We're gonna need just 1 more log. No, it's gonna make us actually craft 11 more timbers, so it's not counting our what we already have in the inventory. So we need 2 logs. There we go. Grab the sticks too. Alright. And we need more timbers. We'll have to craft 2 of them to get 11. Take those. And small chest. Oops. Which is in the crafting table. There we go. Small chest. Craft. And this is just storage. That's all this is. This is just a place to stick stuff and get it out of your personal inventory. We'll just drop that right there. And see, now we can put the sticks in here. There we go. And the roots which we will be using later, because that's part of the food. And now they want a small stockpile for lumber, so we'll go back in here. Get our small stockpile for lumber. And this is just a place where you can store logs. You can cut logs and then you can store them. So we'll just drop that right here, right next to the small chest. Yep, it's stationary. And we don't have any logs put in it. And now we need to craft a mallet. You need a mallet to build large grid blocks. And pretty soon we're going to show you why. Oh, yep, right there. We need sticks, so we're going to have to get the sticks back out. Alright. There we go. Craft a mallet. And this is a basic mallet. And you start mining, you can get better mallets. This is just a basic wood mallet, which means it wears out really fast. It takes a long time to build stuff with it. Place 1 support. So now these are no longer in our G menu, so we're going to open up our G menu here, clear this stuff out, and it's talking about this wooden support right here. This is pretty much a foundation for building houses, structures, stuff. Bring this up close to us here. Oh, too close. And we'll just dump this right there. And build it. So you get it to where it's highlighting here. It brings up the information on the side about the block, and then you can right click and it will build it. And as you build it, it transfers the timber and sticks into the block, you know, just like welding and Space Engineers. So. Now it's going to teach us about research. You do need to do research to do new blocks, and it's pretty much just an extension of the tutorial that we're doing right now. So you hit K to open up the research window, and there's 3 categories: civil, economic, and military. And some of the stuff, like, you know, crosses between them. Most of the basic stuff is necessary before you can actually branch off into each one of these. We're just going to get into civil engineering here. And you're not stuck with one. You can fully research all 3 lines. So, we need smelting. So we can get better tools, start learning how to mine. Yeah, so let's get smelting. Alright, and that is it for the beginning tutorial. From now on, it's just doing the research. So we need 4 sticks, and we already have 2 timber. So we need to go gather some bushes. And grab some berries. And the roots underneath. And these roots, because like I said, we need food. Which I'm going to show you how to cook food here in a bit. There we go. Roots. And we need a wood shovel. So we go over here to the crafting table. And scroll down here, shovel, craft. And you're going to use this. This is the basic tool that you use to start out mining. So, and just digging holes, leveling ground. Yeah, that's what the shovel does. Oh, we'll go back into our inventory and actually add that to our hotbar here. There we go. Get it equipped, and we can just start digging out this copper right here. And it wants us to get clay and stone, and then we need those to actually build the smelting furnace. But I want to collect some copper while we're doing this. We're going to have to dig her down a ways to get clay anyway, so we might as well go through the copper to get to it. And you just hold down or left click to just mine, to just dig this all out. You do want to be careful. You are wearing out your shovel as you do this, and if you dig too deeply and your shovel breaks, you're stuck. You better have stuff in your inventory to build a new shovel, or else you're never getting out of the hole. Ever. You're going to start a new world. So keep that in mind. Now, I've heard from people who play Minecraft that you can't dig straight down. Well, you can dig straight down. Just make sure you have a way to dig back up afterwards. I said, don't let your shovel or your pick or whatever you're using to dig wear out. Have extras. Have a way out. Plan ahead. So, come on, where's the... Down deep enough to get to the clay. We may have to go heed my warning here and go build a second shovel here so we can get down to the clay. Come on, let me out. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. And we need more sticks. Come here, bushy, bushy, bushy. I'm not going to make any cuts or anything. You might find this boring, but this is designed for the new players, so you can actually see what the gameplay is like in its totality. I'm not going to cut this. I'm just going to render it and throw it up. And it's probably going to be longer than crap. I have a lot better internet connection now, so it shouldn't take as long to upload. Should annoy my wife as much. I can't stream my... What is it? I forgot the show that she watches. Off of HBO. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are all going to be, I know what it is. But yeah. I can't stream my show because you're taking up all the bandwidth. Yeah. The joys of being married. Don't get me wrong. I love my wife. She is the luckiest man in the world. She's absolutely awesome. But married life is married life. You got it. No, happy wife, happy life. I don't care who you are married to, what corner of the planet you are in. That is a universal truth. If your wife is not happy, nobody's happy. There we go. Now we're starting to get some clay. Alright, I'm just going to dig out this clay here. Almost there. There we go. And then we need stones. I'm not going to dig down to the stones. You really need to have a pick to even collect them if you're digging them up. So we're just going to walk around and find the ones on the surface here. Which this is going to take a while. Obviously, because I'm not like finding any stones. What the heck? Where are the stones? Stone, where are you, stones? Come on. Don't tell me they don't have any stones around here. There's one way off in the distance. There's one. There's a couple. There we go. There's one, two stones. Ah. Sorry. I'm a weirdo. 3 stones. Ah. I swear I'm not going to do this through the whole thing. 4 stones! Ah. Maybe I will. Ooh, we got 4 stones out of that pile. Nice. So we just need 3 more. Oh, come on. Where are the stones? Where are the stones? Ooh, that wheat's dead. Dang it. That would have been a nice thing to grab. It's handier later down. We just need 1 more stone. Come here, stones. Here we go. These pile of stones are good things to pick up because you can find map pieces for treasure hunting, which I'll show you once we get a map actually built. I'll show you how that works. You can also get maps off of barbarians, which you will find out what that's all about too. Okay, and I lost where we were. Oh shoot, where's our camp? Where's our camp? Where's our camp? I'm lost. Where are they? Mushrooms. Mushrooms. I'm lost. Actually, I'm seriously lost. Where the heck did we throw the camp? Hello, camp. Oh, if you look at the top, at this dang compass, you see the bed? That's why we lay down a bed. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. But, hey, learning experience. Now you know how to find camp. Now you know you can't lose the camp. It's on your HUD. Alright. What is our... Oh, yeah, build a furnace. So let's empty some of this stuff out. Holy cow, we got a lot of copper there. That's a good haul. Dirt. Dirt. You will collect enormous amounts of dirt and not know what to do with it. It's like gravel. You know, I don't know. Keen just likes that. They like that mechanic. Don't ask me why. Okay, so we need the stones and the clay. We can get rid of the food here. That kind of clears out our inventory a little. And let's find the furnace. Build one furnace. Hello, furnace. Come here. Get on my bar. Okay, and we'll just drop this, I don't know, right here, anywhere. We're going to move all this stuff because I want to build a house here at some point. We'll just, whoops, a little too high. Oh, I should have explained this. When you drop something like this, if you want to pick it back up, there's two ways to do it. You point at it and hold down the F button, and you'll pick it up. If that doesn't work, because sometimes it bugs out, pick up your mallet and hit it. If you like the bed here, you can right-click it and deconstruct it, and it will add it back to your inventory. And then you can put it back on your hotbar and set it back down. And, of course, reclaim it so that you can actually spawn there. So we want this sitting in the ground. So back up, there we go. And Q and E and R and Q, E, and R rotate. You can also use the home and insert page up, page down, delete to rotate your blocks. But you can do it right here with Q and E. So, and you're going to use Q and E most of the time because you can't rotate in all 6 axes, all 3 axes. I guess I don't know what universe I live in that there are 6 axes. But you, not 9 times out of 10, most of your blocks you can't rotate in all 3 axes. So mainly just left and right. So that's what the Q and E is for. Oh, so anything that, you know, obviously has to heat up needs fuel. So we'll throw some sticks in here for fuel. And then we're going to go back over here to our chest and grab our copper here. And we're going to smelt our copper core. Oh, actually it wants us to go find another marked ore vein. Well, it's showing us the same stupid ore vein. Duh, we already know it's here. Okay. Craft metal ingots. So we're going to smelt these copper nuggets into copper ingots. And you just do that by selecting it and just queuing a bunch up. And then waiting for it to smelt. Which you can walk off and do other things. So, like collect this tree stump here. You get sticks from it. But if you do cut up that tree stump, you won't get a new tree from that location, which is good and bad. If you want the trees to regrow, leave the stumps. If you don't want the trees to regrow, if you want to actually clear that space for something else, kill the stump. It's easy as that. More roots. We're getting hungry, so I'm going to show you how to cook food, which we need a campfire for that. So let's go back in here. Campfire. I think we have to build a campfire in our personal inventory. Yep, there it is right there. We need 5 stones for that. Oh yay, we get to go on the stone hunt again. Go hunting for stones. Hunting for stones. This gets a lot easier once you get a pickaxe. Because then you can just... once you get a pickaxe, you'll end up with more stone than you'll ever know what to do with. And you won't have to go hunting for it anymore. Okay, we should have enough stone now. There we go. Craft a blah blah blah. Campfire. Take it. Throw it on our hotbar. And then let's go back over here to home camp. Oh, we passed it. Kind of. Home, sweet home. Don't fall in your hole. It will kill you. And we'll just drop this. I don't know. We'll drop it. Here. Yeah. Okay. So just like the furnace, this needs fuel. So let's just gather some fuel here. And some more food. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about this. We didn't need the campfire for food. Because all we've got is just roots and berries. So all we can really make for food is just salad. Which we can actually do right here in our personal inventory. So, right there, salad. And just queue a bunch up. Well, we only had enough for one. We gotta go get more berries. But that's okay. At least show you how this works. So there's two ways to eat this. You can either just left click it right out of your inventory and you'll eat it, or you can add it to your hotbar and then hit the hotbar number and you'll eat it. And it fills up your food stat, the green bar over there on the left top corner. Which those bars, the red is your health, the blue is your stamina. If I sprint here, you'll watch the stamina go down. It goes down far enough and you'll quit sprinting. And then you'll have to sit and wait for it to recharge. That's pretty much all it does. And then you have your food, which is just slowly declines over time, and then you gotta eat to bring it back up. If you let it go all the way down to 0, eventually it'll start taking damage. So we need to collect some berries and some roots here, and we're getting sticks while we're at it. Oh, like I said, if you just hold down the F button, you'll collect everything that's in front of you. So you just kind of walk around and do this and collect all kinds of crud. Oh, we want those roots. There we go. And those roots. The bad thing about that is you do skip the roots. Just because of the way your cursor is pointed. You don't get the stuff that's up right on the ground unless you're pointing at it. So let's get us some more food. Let's kind of stockpile some food here. There we go. And we can let that sit there and craft in our inventory and still walk around. I'm not even going to bother putting fuel in that. We will use that later for hodgepodge. You have to have what do you need? You need vegetables and herbs for hodgepodge, which we haven't found herbs yet. Oh, we do have a little bit of mushrooms. So we should be able to make... Well, we can't. Where's our mushroom? Oh, we put the mushrooms in storage. That's right. Yeah, we have one mushroom. So that and one root will make hodgepodge. Now, hodgepodge has an extra benefit. You gain vigor. What vigor does is actually increase your stats overall. And I'll show you how that works. So we'll create a hodge. Oh, now I gotta put fuel in it. Okay. And we'll cook us up some hodgepodge here, and I'll eat it. And I'll show you what it does. Take. Oh, let's throw it on a hot bar so you guys can see exactly what's going on here. So if you look up in the top left corner of my stats, I'm going to eat the hodgepodge. And it's... okay. It's going to show a whole lot more when we get more advanced and I can cook better stuff. But this very, very slowly increases the overall capacity of each of those 3 bars. So the more hodgepodge you eat, the more health in total you will have, the more stamina in total you will have, and the longer those bars will get. There's other foods that do that too later on down the road as we progress. So, But hodgepodge is better than salad. Salad is better than starving. You can eat just the berries and stuff, but if you eat raw food without preparing it first, it will actually lower your stats. The overall total of your health. So that bar will actually start getting shorter, which is a very bad thing. So don't eat the raw berries or the raw roots or whatever else. Make sure it's prepared before you eat it. So, but that little icon underneath it with the strongman is just showing you, hey, those bars are growing now, and as long as that's up, those bars are slowly growing. Once it disappears, that means those bars have grown to that point. So, so if we go back into hodgepodge here, oh, that was the wrong button. And if you look at the stats here, it gives you 35 points of food and a half a point of vigor. Vigor is how much it increases your overall stats. So you got to eat a whole crap load of hodgepodge, but it's better than nothing, and it does help. So as you can see, it barely, you couldn't even see how much it moved the bar. It was so small. But yeah, there are better foods that will actually highlight that a whole lot better. But we got to get to that point. We got to research all that out. So we did smelting. You got the basics here. I don't even know how long this video is run. Let's go, let's see. Maybe we should get basic wooden house going. Or civilian tools. You know what? We'll save that for the next episode. You guys got the basics. You build a house. You get a mine going. You start building. You can get a windmill going and actually automate some stuff. The water mill I want to play with. I haven't played with it yet. I want to play with it. I never actually got far enough to get into railroads. That's pretty advanced. That's going to be a long ways down the road. This playthrough is going to be a little bit different than my Space Engineers playthrough, because this game is a whole lot slower progressing. So I'm probably going to edit some out and play a lot of this off screen, do a lot of the menial stuff like mining out all this copper and clay off screen. I mean, I showed you how it works. When we get the pickaxe, I'll show you how the pickaxe works, but I'm not going to do it all on screen. You guys will be so bored. You guys will hate this, and I'll have no subscribers, so. Yeah, I really want to show you guys how this game plays. This game is really cool. It's fun. And I think if you like Space Engineers, I think you're going to like this. It just needs more recognition. And needs Keen to pay attention to it a little bit more. It really does. And the more people they get buying it and playing it, hey, the more attention they'll give to it. So, you know, if you like it, go out and get it. You don't have to buy it from Steam. There's plenty of places that you can buy it from. Just Google it. You'll find it all over the place for sale, I'm sure. You'll get the way Steam works, you buy access codes from Steam and then resell them. And they sell them at a discount in high volumes, so there's plenty of websites out there that are selling them for cheaper than Steam's selling them, because, you know, they buy them in volume. So, yeah. Go out there. Try it. See how you like it. Or if you're not sure about it, subscribe. Check me out. I'm going to show you more of the game. If you don't like it, well, hey, not everything's for everybody. If you do like it, you know, help me out. Buy the game, support the game, because I really want to see this game progress. I want to see Keen pay some attention to it. You know, work harder than just one update a month on it. It's a really cool game. You guys are going to love it. I know you will. If you like Space Engineers, I think you're going to like it. So, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you want to see more, you want to see less, you think I'm an idiot, you want me to shut the heck up. You want to tell me about your life, your day, your whatever, I don't care. Just tell me something. Write it down, throw it in the comments, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.